Mixta, time for the Mixta, come get your Mixta. Yo, Mixta Boyz back up in this bitch. It's your boy Max.
And Fats.
And today we're doing another review on the Snoop vs. DMX battle.
On Verzuz.
On Verzuz, man. Two legends, man.
Yup, East Coast versus West Coast, basically.
Yeah, I'm from the West, but I'm on my DMX shit. That's why I got my hoodie on right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was excited. I didn't even know we'd see DMX again for a while because he's always fucked up and fucked off, but he's still a legend. And I mean, shit. What else can you really say? DMX did start this battle off with a prayer, which we will play in its entirety. So if you want to skip ahead, it's about a minute long.
Yep.
Father, please walk with us through the bad times as well as the good. May we be heard and understood from the suburbs to the hood. May you judge us by our hearts and not by our mistakes, and see that we get our breakthrough, however long it takes. May you fill that void in our souls that will lay our fears to rest. But there's no way we can live for Jesus when we're living in the flesh. So I pray that you allow our spirits to be born, grow strong, move on, know right from wrong. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Do not love the world or anything in the world. And we know what that means, but listen. We know the distance we need to be away from fire to keep it missing. But that doesn't mean we'll listen. Lord, you take care of fools and babies. Teach women to honor their men and men respect their ladies. But lately, so many of us have gone astray, doing wrong for so long that we've forgotten the way. Please bring us back home, instill in us the word which is our backbone. We're just children that act grown. There is so much that we're entitled to, yet we receive so little. Because in this time of spiritual warfare, we're comfortable in the middle. So I pray that you open our eyes, give us the anointing to recognize the devil and his lies. If we keep our actions wise, our prayers sincere, our head to the sky, you will diminish our fears. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen.
I mean, I'm not a religious dude, but like that sets the tone. That's some DMX shit. Like, as you can see, DMX has gained a lot of pounds. It looks like he's finally not on the shit no more. So, he got that sober, happy weight. And, but it let me know we're still getting that DMX energy. Because if anyone's ever been to his concerts, that's how he starts off all his concerts. He has most of his CDs. He has a prayer. It's kind of like, it's just his thing, which is like very conflicting with a lot of his rap because it's all about killing motherfuckers and being a demon and shit. But he always has that yin and yang side to him. So I think that was a dope way to start off the Verzuz. So the first round, Snoop went first. Second round, DMX went first. So the first round for Snoop was Deep Cover. Classic track, him and Dre.
Very classic West Coast.
And for DMX, he played the It's Dark and Hell is Hot intro, which for me hypes me up every time I hear that shit. So I gave that shit to DMX.
I gave it to Snoop.
And you gave it to Snoop. So we're already on opposite sides right there.
Yep, and keep in mind, I had a Snoop being a favorite throughout this whole battle.
Yes.
I had very much West Coast bias coming into this whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I just assumed he would because I think, like, just going off top, I'm like, damn, this dude has hella hits and, like, hella eras. So I think, and features. So, like, Snoop got some shit. But my heart's always with DMX. I don't care. That motherfucker's high on crack at the time. I'm still going for him. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I did come in with the I was juiced to hear DMX. I think It's Dark and Hell is Hot intro was a good way to crack it off, too, because of the energy. And it let us know that even though he's fat, we gonna get his energy. And he was breathing hard.
And he was sweating.
Oh, yes. He was sweating. You can see him just like, gasping for air.
Drinking hollow water. Good for him.
I think for what I heard before, though, was that he's always been asthmatic. Like, you don't see it during his shows, but he'll take little breaks in, like, at the DJ Rock, and I think he goes back and hits the inhaler or whatever. I mean, I could be wrong.
Inhaler?
But, I could be wrong. But so the second round, Snoop Dogg played What's My Name? Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Dog.
That was a classic, man. Coming out of there, I'm like, ooh, that's going to be hard to beat. Like, some of these songs, when they played it the first time, I was like, the best it could be is a tie. Because some of those songs are like 10s. It's like, you have to match it with a 10 or you're losing. That's,
They were coming out. They were heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters.
This whole battle.
So when DMX went to respond with his second round song, this what happened.
Know what your motherfucking name is, but now it's my turn to let niggas know what my motherfucking name is. Whenever you're ready. Come on. What we doing? What we doing, baby? Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man! So I was like, "Here we go." It's 2 rounds in, or really only like 1.5 rounds in, and we're already having complications. I was like, "Please don't tell me this is how it's gonna be." Like, please no. But you got to clear it up. You know what I mean? And DMX is DMX, and the personalities of the two were like once again, a yin and yang thing.
Polar opposites.
You know, you had skinny, smooth Snoop, and you had little fat DMX with all the energy. You know,
yeah, a little ball.
All the jokes and
shit. A little
shit.
ball of energy.
Yeah.
Like a hamster.
A little ball of energy. Oh, man. So, he obviously did his What's My Name. You know what I'm saying? DMX and I Be the Best. You see the rest. I give that shit a tie, man.
Yeah, for round 2, got to give it a tie.
Got to give it a tie. That's 2 10s right there. 2 classic songs. Going into round 3, Snoop played Gin and Juice. Hard to beat. Another round where I'm like, the best it could be is a tie. It's just a classic. DMX came back with Get At Me, Dog. And even though I love the fuck out that song, there's some hard shit with the locks. It's definitely not Gin and Juice. Let's just be honest.
It's not.
You know, it's hard. No disrespect. But it's like a 10 to like a 9 on that one.
Yeah, and on Gin and Juice, at my work, this is older Marine. Shout out to the vets. I told him about this battle, and he doesn't know anything about hip hop, but he asked if Snoop played Gin and Juice. That's the only song he knows from Snoop Dogg, and I was like, he did,
hey,
and he won.
Of course. So I definitely give that round to Snoop. I'm assuming you give that round to Snoop. And then so in between like the third and the fourth, after DMX played Get At Me, Dog, he explained a little background story about that song, which I never heard before. And he said beforehand that there's only like 2 people or nobody. He said 2 or nobody, so I don't know. But here's the story.
We saw you in the club, and I was like, yo, what up? You're like, yo, get at me, dog. I was like, that's some slick shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I made it my own. I'm like, yeah, that's hot. That's hot.
Go.
Yeah, go. Yeah, so, man, thank you for that.
Man, shout out to George Clinton. Shout out to George Clinton, the biggest dog of them all.
Real nigga shit.
I mean, I never knew that. So I guess he saw Snoop in New York, like he said, at the club, and Snoop just said, all right, get at me, dog. And he's like, it just made it a fucking hit. Like, never heard that story before through all the rap magazines and shit I've been watching.
Which is crazy because that's like off of one phrase he just made into a hit, made a rap song hit, hip hop song hit.
But even with the little story behind it, I still give that shit to Snoop, man.
Yeah,
I mean, Gin and Juice is it's the classic.
It's up there. It's up there.
So then round 4 was the Dre Day. This the Eazy-E and versus some X shit, which is again hype song, but Dre Day's a classic, man. Like, once again, a classic. By this time, I'm feeling like it's looking ugly. It's kind of looking ugly for DMX because I'm starting to think of like all the shit that hasn't been played. I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out because Snoop just has a lot of hits.
Oh yeah, he's full of them.
Yeah, so I give that round to Snoop again.
Oh yeah,
with Dre Day, right? So after that round, they were like looking at how many people were in the live and shit, and he was trying to give some shout outs. And here's Snoop Dogg's shout out, man.
Snoop being Snoop.
Okay, I can't give all you niggas a shout out, but I'm gonna give some of y'all a shout out. Yeah, shout out to you, and you too. How about it?
Snoop's
shout out to you, and you too. Just some of you guys.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you 3 people. You, and you too. I mean, that's when I'm like noticing like this is about to be a classic battle. These 2 personalities in one room, and they bounce well off each other. You can tell they're homies, that they've known each other for a while. So the chemistry was there between the 2 of them. So going into round 5, we had Ain't Nothing But a Gangsta Party versus Stop Being Greedy from Snoop. Now, I mean from DMX, sorry. Off top, come on. Giving that to fucking Gangsta Party. What the fuck? Like, it has Tupac on it. Like, that might be the reason why, but I'm just saying, like, that's gave it easy one.
Yep.
What you got?
Round 5, gotta go Snoop.
Yeah, for sure. So now it's like Snoop's won 3 in a row.
Yeah, it's looking like on my card, it's looking like a sweep so far, except for one draw.
Except for one draw. See, me, it's a 3-1-1. So I'm like, solid good for DMX, you know. But DMX energy's there. Then the next round was fuck the mother niggas. I'ma ride for my niggas. Hey, Snoop popped that shit off, man. And then versus Money Cash Hoes, another classic DMX song. But damn, that Down for My Niggas, that's my shit, man.
Damn.
I did let me tell I actually I want to say it was my freshman year of high school. We had to do a report on Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
And we got to choose like a different style of doing it. So me and my group, we did the instrumental for Down for My Niggas.
Damn.
And we made a whole rap about Romeo and Juliet. That was our report. And we, of course, we got an A, but
creativity.
Yeah, so that shit has a little soft spot in my heart. But Get At Me, Dog. I'm sorry. Money Cash Hoes. It's right there. So I'm not mad at anyone that chose DMX. I personally had to go with Snoop.
I gave it to DMX.
You gave it to DMX.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
shit.
when I thought DMX was trying to. He's coming back. He's trying to fight back. That's when I thought it was.
Okay. See, I mean, there you go. I mean, it just depends on where you at with it. Shit. I think around where's round 7? Snoop came out with the classic "It Ain't No Fun If the Homies Can't Have None," right? So it looked like
and
DMX,
not only do we love that song,
DMX loves that song.
Yeah,
this is a huge guy here, man.
Nigga, come on. Man, I love in the whole wide world. That's that shit right there, baby. Get him.
Oh my god! Hey, that's when you knew, like, because he was trying to sing it before, but his mic was off. So, and once again, I think this battle really shows the expertise that Snoop has, because he's so smooth. Snoop noticed he was trying to sing it, knew that the problem got fixed, and knew he was coming in. Was like, hit that shit, DMX. So like, he's very aware of everything going on. When a DJ kind of slips, he knows how to play it off and keep the show going. And I noticed that shit about Snoop, which it gave me a little more respect for him.
Well, he's been performing since the 90s. So
he's got it all.
He has some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, he does. He's real smooth with it. So after that, DMX ended up playing the Back in One Piece with Aaliyah.
But before he got into that, he was still vibing, gigging to.
Oh yeah, he was dancing
to it.
How many bitches wanna fuck this nigga? They know he alone, leave him up. I'm too swift on my toes to get caught up with you hoes. But see, it ain't no fun. That's if my niggas can't get a taste of it.
DMX is a legend, man.
So that's the energy that it was throughout the whole battle.
That's the energy. They both were rapping to each other's music and dancing to each other's music, and it was just like, you couldn't help but just have a big ass smile on your face when you seen these two. So after that round, I believe it was let's see what we got. We got the when he was talking about going to someone's pockets or being the best verses. This is being the best verses.
Yeah.
Peace.
They ain't never had a verses like this.
Never. It won't be one after this.
You understand me? I've been watching them too. They've been some great verses. There's been some ones that have been like one,
They're
two,
all right.
but
Yeah. There was a couple that was like, official. But for the most part, it's all right.
yeah, this shit right here is official, like a referee with a whistle. You know what I'm talking about? Like for real deal. You know what I'm talking about? Damn. You got me going in all kind of bags right now, X. You know what I'm saying?
You going in bags, I'm starting to go in niggas' pockets. We gotta get this shit from somewhere. We gotta get this shit from somewhere, goddammit.
That's why we fucking love you. It's one song, nigga, when you say something about she was with the bitch, then the next minute she was in her purse, nigga. We love it.
Hey, DMX, bro. Like, it's like, even rounds that he lost the song, it's like, you're still kind of winning the battle just based off him being him. Like, man, and I don't know if anyone knows this, but for those that don't know the DMX history, DMX is infamous for robbing motherfuckers. Like, and he would have his dogs to help him rob motherfuckers. There's stories of him coming out of doing an arena show and robbing motherfuckers. Like,
damn,
that's just, so when he says that, I'm just kind of like, He might be already scoping someone in the room that looks weak. Like I don't know.
Well, he does mention that later at the end of the
yeah, he does. So for that round, Ain't No Fun versus Back in One Piece. R.I.P. to Nate Dogg. R.I.P. to Aaliyah. Let me first and foremost throw that out there. It was hearing both of their parts because they played the Nate Dogg part and they played the Aaliyah part.
Yeah,
it kind of made you go there like, damn, I can't believe how much music we're, you know what I mean? Like them not being here, it's like fuck, the game would be different. But I'll give that shit to Snoop easy.
Oh yeah, Snoop got it.
Yeah. So by now it's looking real bad for DMX on my card, man. And I know you gave him like maybe one extra one, but we're probably about even right now. The next round is G's and Hustlers versus They Don't Know. They did play there was a skit before the G's and Hustlers that was Bow Wow as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't that good enough to play really, but it was interesting. People don't know that Bow Wow was part of the DPG. He was the Little Dog Pound, something like Little Dog Pound or
whatever,
Puppy Pound or some shit.
The baby pound,
little baby Puppy Pound. He was like 6 years old when he was on Snoop's album. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. What we got coming up next on that one? What do you G's and Hustlers and They Don't Know?
I gave it to, what round was it?
This is round 9.
Round 9. I gave it to DMX. And on the contrary, round 8 I gave it to DMX as well. I got confused on my notes. I gave the past 2 rounds 8 and 9.
Oh shit, you know what I did? Skipped the whole fucking round.
All right.
Oh yeah, we skipped round 8 now, but okay, so round 8 is Bitch Please versus X Gon' Give It To You.
Okay, so wait, so round 7 I still had that Snoop then?
Yeah.
Round 8 I gave to DMX.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, play this fuck up sometimes. So round 8 is Bitch Please versus X Gon' Give It To You. The motherfucking when that shit came on, Snoop got hype. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But after that, DMX has a random ass shout out. Ass shout out. I
don't know what. Shout out to all my baby mothers. All of them.
So he shout out his baby mamas, keep everything mutual.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that shit came out of nowhere. They weren't talking about baby mamas. None of the songs had to do with baby mamas. Nope. Like he just like, hey, let me give a shout out while I'm on fucking TV and shit.
See if I don't have to pay child support this month.
Right? So now the next round was the G's versus Hustlers, and They Don't Know, which I gave to DMX again. So we both have the last 2 rounds of DMX. And on this shit, Snoop was fucking hype manning for DMX.
Oh yeah, they were super going with hyping each other up.
The hugs, the tears, the hugs, the love, the stars, the funerals, the wakes, the churches, the coffins, the heartbroken lovers. It happens so often. The problems, the things we use to solve, the arguments, the problems.
Damn.
Hey man, Snoop had to get out of his seat for that one. The energy was in the room. Like, it just made you wish you were there. And I think the quality of this shit made me feel like I was at a concert without having to buy a fucking $40, $50, $60 ticket.
Oh, yeah. This is like what you get like as a special appearance at a concert.
Yeah, this is
not even something planned.
And 20 songs a piece. I mean, that's 40 songs total. You're getting... they don't play the full song at concerts any motherfucking way unless you're doing like a 10-year album anniversary where they play the whole thing. Yeah,
and this was like a whole total of 2 hours, the whole battle.
It was great. I loved it. After this, he performed this shit, I believe they started kind of clowning on Swiss Beats. Now, DJ Battlecat was on the side, who Battlecat has also done a lot of beats for Snoop. Very well underrated producer. Swiss Beats was also on the side. I'm not sure if he was the one DJing DMX's set or not. I don't think so. But we all know that Verzuz came from Timbaland and Swiss Beats creation. And Swiss was saying how this was the first one he's actually been to out of all the ones they've thrown.
You motherfucking right. You got your Rough Rider chain on tonight, nigga. They ought to get a close-up on your ass talking about this your first battle.
Right.
You done went Rough Rider out. You went pulled your old beanie out.
Right.
Chain. Look at him. He probably got a bike outside. This nigga right here ain't fair. This is my nigga, though. Look at him. He probably got a 4-wheeler around back ready to go. You did.
Man, so this is like, man, this honestly, this kind of made me miss people. Like, I know this COVID lockdown, we've been kind of away from society, but it's kind of made me miss being around people where you just talking shit, clowning, having a good time, listening to some good music. Like, ain't nobody tripping. Like, this was that, you know? So it's like, even though the songs were on some gangster rap shit, the vibe was just like, we just fucking around, chilling.
We just some homies.
The homies, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I loved all this shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
So the last round of the first half was Snoop the Shiznit versus Get It on the Floor, Get It on the Floor. So I definitely get that shit to DMX because of the energy, man. Where'd you have that?
I gave it to Snoop.
You gave it to Snoop.
I gave it to Snoop. Yeah,
the smoothness. I mean,
Snoop just does it sometimes with different songs. No matter what somebody else got, is like he could come with a hitter, and how he comes into it, how fly he comes in, it just changes it. Yeah,
and that's one of the prime Snoop songs too. It's like where he's just that smooth ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and you being on your West Coast shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you over here building a lowrider and shit. Like, you're definitely going to play that before you play Get It on the Floor out the wind. Like, you're going to be cruising with, you know what I mean? Like, hitting the switches. So, I can definitely see that shit. But I think on this one, Snoop was, like, going crazy with the dancing or some shit, right?
Oh, yeah. He was gigging.
Let's see what Snoop got on this.
Let's get it on. Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor.
Man, hey.
Snoop was getting it.
Snoop was getting it on the floor. He was getting it, man. I have said this before and I'll say it again. Snoop Dogg has the cheat code to dancing. He can dance to any beat, any genre, any rhythm, and it's going to be the same kind of variation of the two-step. He figured it out. Like, I don't know what it is, but he has been that guy for a very long time. So the first half of that shit, it's looking like DMX got the last three, so kind of evened it up. He hit three in a row.
He got the last three for you. He only got the last two for me.
He got yeah. So for me, I'm like, ooh, he closed it a little bit. I'm guessing for you, Snoop's still up by a good amount.
He has 6 the first 10.
For Snoop?
Yeah, Snoop has 6 the first.
And I gave Snoop 5.
Oh,
and I gave DMX 4 with 1 tie, which was the 2 What's My Name tracks against each other.
Yeah, I gave it 4 to DMX with 1 tie.
So after they went to 10, DMX was saying how he had wrote 3 songs in like one night, and one of them was the Rough Riders anthem. I forgot what he said the third one was, and the other one was "Fucking with D," which is the song he was gonna play. But I guess Swiss or somebody was trying to tell him to tell the audience some shit, and this was his response.
I'm not the announcer here. Make this announcement. Say this. You do it. Fuck out of here. Tell them this. No, I ain't telling them shit. Let's get it.
That was classic DMX right there.
That's classic DMX. I mean, there's shit like this. I mean, if you notice, we haven't really played too much of the music. People know what these songs are. And if you don't, Spotify that shit. But it's like the thing that made the battle was that type of shit.
Yeah, their personalities, their energy, and just the overall vibe of the environment they're in, the studio.
Love that shit, man. So when they started, now from here on out, DMX is going first, Snoop is responding. So DMX started off with "Fucking with D," which is a great song, great. But Snoop came through with the "Lay Low." So "Fucking with D" is pretty much about robbing dudes and shit. And then Snoop's like, well, you know, after you rob them, you gotta lay low. And he played the "Lay Low," and I mean, it's one of my favorite Snoop songs. So I went with Snoop on that one.
Yeah, for me, I got it a draw.
You got it a draw. Okay, so you like the energy of "Fucking with D." Plus, he was spitting on that. If you want to talk lyrics, I mean, it's not close.
He was gassing.
Yeah. If you want to talk lyrics, and you gonna go verse for verse, I mean, DMX probably gonna win most of these verses. But yeah, I mean, that's what I tie here. I gave "Lay Low" the win. So on this next one, DMX comes out with one of the classics of "What These Bitches Want." And after that, Snoop responded. Now, when that shit came out, I was like, ooh, this is a tie at best. This is a 10. The Snoop came out with Beautiful, which is like, ooh, a whole different vibe, but a hit.
Yep.
And so, like, for me, I was like, I give it a tie.
See, you gave it a tie. I had to give it to DMX. It's like when he played it, I was about ready to stand up. I was like, ooh, you got to get hard.
Just hook over there. And I think this was like, like these two songs are perfect examples of, we just recently did that Pop Smoke review. I like these songs are perfect examples how these thug dudes can do songs for the women that aren't like cheesy and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that, like you said, it was an aggressive ass song. What these bitches want from a nigga. It was all about females. And then, like Snoop, it was like also smooth, like, but that was just like smooth, like how he is in real life. Yep. Like, yo, Snoop Dogg,
Especially with Pharrell, they just went.
Oh, yeah. Smooth. And he said he made that song after going to vacation in Brazil or some shit. So he kind of got that feel about it. Yeah. But after this track, DMX, after, we're playing all the songs for the ladies, this is what DMX had to say.
Ain't but one lady in this motherfucker. Damn.
I'm talking about the virtual ones. The ones
okay.
The virtual ladies. It's some virtual motherfuckers.
Hold up.
So yeah, DMX got fooled.
He's like, hold on, there's only one girl in here in this whole room. And then Snoop said the virtual ladies, so Snoop responded again with another song for the ladies. How it's going down. Classic DMX, smooth fucking single. And then Snoop came back like, I'm gonna be on some real rap shit with the pump. I thought it was an easy win for DMX. Like. That was me personally, though. What you got? That's going to be round 13.
Round 13, I'm going to give it a draw. I can't read my own handwriting, but...
Shit. You got round 13 being a fucking draw. But in between the songs, right, when DMX does the How's It Going Down, he when he finished that song, he's like, this is what he had to say. I'll let him say it himself.
Normally, when I perform that song, or when I used to perform that song, a nigga's shirt would come off. But you see the situation is going on.
You tripping, cuz.
We're not pulling the shirt off today, baby. It's not coming off today. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck if it's 8.3 million, nigga. It's not coming off.
Hey, if we can get 9.5 million, X gonna take his shirt off. We need 9.5 million motherfuckers in the chat. Hurry up. Quit playing, man. If he take his shirt off, I'm gonna take mine off too. You get 2 for 1, 2 dogs for the price of 1. Now, hurry up.
We gonna look like the number 10 up in this bitch.
So that's how X was coming into it.
That was for me. That was like the highlight of the fucking battle, man. Like,
and that's how I feel sometimes too.
Every
time I take my shirt off, I'm gonna look.
It made me feel a little bit better about myself. Like, I got the same body as DMX do. We good. But I like that he he clowned himself. You feel me? Like, he knew he was fat DMX. He
was like, I know I used to do this before, but I'm not gonna do it no more.
Oh man, so
you gotta love DMX.
You gotta love DMX, man. So that the next round is 2 songs. Is It's All Good from DMX, and that It's All Good, It's All Right, fuck all that. Hitter. He said that he was in LA when he made it. He kind of had that vibe. And then this motherfucker Snoop said, you know how I feel about bitches, and played Bitches Ain't Shit. Now, DMX knew this shit word for word.
Yup.
He got up and hype man the fuck out of him, rapped the whole fucking verse. Not just the end of the verse, bar for bar. Whole shit.
Yeah, and not only when he was rapping, Snoop was rapping too, so it fucked up Snoop while he was trying to perform his own song.
Yeah, and Snoop even said like, damn guys, like, you almost made me forget my shit. But it's like, hey, Snoop was, it didn't matter because DMX had his back. He could have caught back on. So after that, DMX pretty much explained why he knows that song so well.
So every time I get mad at my baby mama, that's the song I put on repeat, nigga. On my grandma, I'm telling you. On grandma, nigga. When I get mad at my fiance, that's it.
My nigga went off into that shit, nigga. That shit was too crazy.
Ain't shit, but
hoes and tricks. You hear me?
Except one. Except Charlene, right?
He had to clarify it. He had to clear it up.
DMX is a fucking living legend, man. We gotta give him his flowers while he's still here.
Oh yeah, of course.
Man. But yeah, so obviously, I mean, I gave that round to Snoop. Which ain't shit. That's got, and then like DMX helped Snoop win that round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it wasn't.
Even DMX is like, damn, this is my shit. Like, fuck the song I just did. Like, this
I like this one better.
Yeah, for real, he did. So and then after that round, they had like a little moment where they was like speaking some real shit. You know what I mean?
I love you too, my brother.
And I ain't afraid to say it.
Yo, you know what's real shit like dogs, dog,
Right.
and God.
Right.
The only two things capable of unconditional love.
And they the same words if you flip.
Backwards. There you go.
That's cold. That's why we walk around with God in us. We take him everywhere we go.
What have God in it?
Come on, man.
With the heart of a dog.
Talk that.
The heart of a dog.
Ooh.
It's some deep shit, you know. And they was showing a lot of respect, talking about how much they loved each other and everything. And I think like it was a beautiful thing to see. I mean, this battle was just got like better and better as the time went. And it was, to me, it was different than almost any of the other battles. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu battle, they were love and queen, and I love you, sister. I get that. But like, this is like two of the realest niggas alive, and they like on some real G shit right here, enjoying each other's company.
And I
shit.
think this one taught the Jamaican one.
The Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, because that shit was hitting.
Yeah, that shit was great.
Yeah, I think this shit got it too, man. I think it could be a little bit biasness on my part.
Yeah, because I actually knew the songs.
Yeah.
Although the vibe with the Jamaicans were hot and it was fucking fire, I actually knew these songs and I was able to jam with it.
Yeah, so we gave that one to Snoop. The bitches ain't shit. The next round was like probably the deepest round of the battle. So it's kind of appropriate that they had that little "I love you" shit on some real shit in this deep moment, because then DMX came out with "I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up." Oh man, I gotta get up. That shit's
goosebumps.
Ooh, that shit. I mean, and that's just that's probably one of everyone's favorite DMX songs. If anybody's been through anything, you throw that shit on there. It's some real shit. And then Snoop came back with "Murder Was a Case," which was, he beat a murder case, so it couldn't get realer than that. And DMX is telling writers out there, make sure you write your pain, write your pain.
Yeah.
And he did like about 8 bars a cappella of like his next verse and Slippin'. But for me, I gave that to Slippin' by like a 10 to a 9.5. It was just a 10 for me. Murder Was a Case is almost a 9.5. How you have that one?
I had it as a draw, but looking back at it, I'm not going to change my score, but I have a little bit different feeling towards it because, one, I don't know if this was the case when they say Snoop became a snitch, because as Suge said, when he would get caught with all these weed, guns and shit while he was on probation and never went to jail. And he beat a murder case, so it's like, I don't know what case it was. I'm just making assumptions here, but I don't want to assume Snoop's a snitch, which he's not. He's not. I want to make that clear. It's just assumptions and theories.
I don't think he would have been around this long if he was.
Yeah, but it's Snoop. Snoop has like a certain different like.
But Snoop is Snoop. He's an international star.
He has a legacy to him.
Yeah, he does. I mean, I haven't heard that. I didn't hear anything about that part. I have heard that what you said about the suspicions of him getting caught with. I mean, but that shit happened with a lot of rappers, T.I. and some more people, So, which is a whole other story for a whole other time. So off that one, you had it a draw. Slipping and Murder Was a Case.
Yeah, I had it a draw.
I had the win going to Slipping on that one. The next round after that was Niggas Done Started Something by DMX versus Doggy Dog World by Snoop. I gave it to Snoop.
See, I give it to DMX.
Once again, we flipped off, and it's crazy because I give it to Snoop because of the smoothness, because the classic.
And I gave it to DMX because of the bars.
I mean, like I said, if you're going to compare verses, I mean, DMX probably wins almost every round on that note. But shit. See?
But then you got both of them also providing the energy, and I think like DMX, his energy, literally yelling into the mic, brought that DMX vibe out.
And you can see him get more comfortable as it went by, and then Snoop started getting a little more faded.
Because I don't know how long DMX has been since he performed. He's been out for maybe I'm gonna say at least 5 years.
Yeah, he was breathing hard, man. They had a pretty big fucking halftime break.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It was about maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, maybe like 15, 20 minutes. They both went to the bathroom, I think, and did what they had to do. And that round, like I said, I gave it to Snoop for the smooth classic. It's a dog. Like he gave it to DMX for the energy and the bars.
Yep.
And this is why this battle was hard to judge like that. So the 17th round, DMX played that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jay's the hot tricks. It was LL Cool J, Meth and Red, Cannabis, and DMX. 4, 3, 2, 1. One of my favorite DMX verses ever. Like I was watching it, rapping every word with it. Like that's the shit that got me. And Snoop loved that song too. So he said something before he did his next song about how he felt about the song. Let's check that.
That, as a rapper, when you hear a song like that with some of your favorite niggas on there, you be like, damn, them niggas couldn't squeeze me in there for 8 bars? Like, damn, can a nigga from the West get 8 bars? Like, nigga, I mean, wiggling this motherfucker. Nigga, come on, quit playing. I only want 8 bars, cuz, just 8.
Yeah, so you see how big of a fast Snoop was.
He said, let me just wiggle him in there. Like, he loved that shit. So he was saying, like, since he put that group track down, and that Snoop had a little group track with the East Siders, which now, when 4, 3, 2, 1 played, I was like, Snoop can't beat this. What's he got left to beat this shit? And this is what Snoop came in with. Oh, I mean, my bad. Snoop came in with I Love It. Yeah. And when that shit happened, this happened.
The shit don't stop in them 6 O's. If you just get socked, wanna drip, get dropped. All black with a little bit of gold. And let me show you, I got something on the back. Tell you motherfuckers, damn, it ain't no thing when you bang with the dog bang.
I mean, Snoop pretty much danced that whole song, and you could tell that nigga was lit and faded and just, but that's what we love about Snoop. I'll still say Snoop is a top 5 walker of all time. Like, that shit right there, I had it a tie after that round, man. I had it a tie. I don't
17?
Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1 versus I Love It.
I had it a tie.
Now, lyrically, once again, DMX had the upper hand, but like the feel, like, let me tell you this. I grew up, in a hood environment with a lot of hood friends. Me, myself, I never personally gangbanged, but I used to kick it with them all the time, and I learned how to walk. And anytime this fucking song came on, you had to fucking stop what you're doing and get your walk on. That shit stopped when we started getting older, and I realized, like, I'm putting myself in a bad position. This is meant for that, you know what I mean? I can't be, so I stopped, I retired, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not walking at no more parties and no more clubs because niggas are gonna come for you. So, when I was younger, it was just something that looked hella tight. You see niggas walking and shit, you had to get down, and then with the clown walking, all that shit too mixed in. But then once you get older, you realize that motherfuckers is really about that life. Like, that's a little more than just a dance. Like, let me tell all you out there, that is more than just a dance. So if you want to do it in your garage, in your kitchen, that's fine. But when you go out in public, be careful. That's all I'm going to say from personal experiences. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Just keeping it 100% on that. But shit, I give that a tie off top. Like, it was, Snoop's performance too was like, how can you not?
He came in with it.
Yeah. So the next song after that was round 18, which was Money, Power, Respect from DMX versus PIMP from Snoop. I give it to Money, Power, Respect off top.
Same.
What more needs to be said? You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the hardest songs ever.
That's what it be like. Money, Power, Respect.
That's be live. The very next round was what I consider an unbeatable song, the Rough Riders Anthem versus Ain't It Nothing But a G Thing. And it was like, That's a tie. There's no that would make my head explode trying to figure out which song was better. Like, that's a tie. And it was like they both saved that shit for the second to last round. Oh.
Yeah, I was upset about that too, but I gave it a tie. I thought they both would have played it earlier, because thinking how many hits Snoop had and how many DMX had, I was like, really now? Although it was good timing,
but I was getting to the point where I'm like, when are they going to play this shit?
Yeah.
You know,
I
like,
guess save the best of the end type of shit.
That was a finale move right there.
Yep.
Because I mean, that stop. Drop that shit, baby. You almost want to take my shirt off, dog. That's my shit. But that ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. I was like, what? And he played Dr. Dre's part on it also. This is why he did that.
To the next episode. Shout out to my nigga Dr. Dre. I had to keep his verse on there because I wrote that whole song, so it was like, fuck it.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That's a cheat code.
So, you know, for those that don't know, what a lot of people already knew, Snoop wrote the whole song, Dre's verse, so he let it all play.
Dre doesn't really rap his own music, though.
No, he doesn't. But he's known for that. Him and Diddy have been known, like, everyone
but they're
knows.
great producers.
Yeah, they're producers, not rappers. So, I had that shit a tie.
Yep.
Immediately, yeah. The very last round was Party Up. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
Oh.
And Drop It Like It's Hard. I gave it to Party Up.
I gave it a Party Up because, one, as soon as that song played, I had How High in my head.
Oh, yeah.
That movie. I was playing that whole scene in my head when that song came on.
Nah, see, at that point, DMX came strong at the end too with 3 hitters. And I was like, ooh, and that was a 20th round. So I was like, man, after 20 rounds, I went back, I looked at every individual round. I had it 8, 8, and 4. 8, 8, and 4 ties.
See, I was close. I had 7, 7, and 6.
But still a draw.
Yep.
So you had 7, 7, 6. I had 8, 8, and 4. So it was like, it was really a draw. And it was like a non-biased one where I'm like, oh, it looks like he has too much. It was like round by round.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you couldn't ask for a better fucking battle. And of course it would end in the draw. Of course it would. You'd be as good as it was.
And initially, this is my second time listening back to it. I had listened to it twice. My first time, I still had a draw. The second time, I did 2 changes, and it was still a draw.
Yeah, you just re-listen. You're like, I like this. Yeah, they flipped it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, after going through the process of looking at songs too, running it back, I still had it the same way I originally scored it. But they did play a bonus round, which was where the hood at versus
next episode.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking that shit. And I was like, now even if those songs counted, it would be another draw still, because both of those songs are hits. Like,
see, I did it. I gave it a DMX because where the hood at is like, where the hood at?
Yeah, I mean, I see in the next episode falls back into the I Love It thing, where it's like when that song played, it's time to get your walk on again. Yep. Now, most of the time in the club, they would play kind of all that music in a little batch together, so you could have maybe like a little 5-minute walk session with dudes and stuff in the club. And, but yeah, I mean, next episode. Plus, I had Nate Dogg on it, so once again, bias coming from Nate Dogg. Yeah. But probably the best battle the Verzuz has had
so far.
Yeah, so far so good. Now, if they end up getting this 50 versus T.I. or 50 versus Ja, or if they end up, I don't know who's still out there to do, but I mean, there's still a lot of good battles to be had.
Eminem's still out there too.
I want to see one of the young of the newer wave.
I don't know. They shoot each other too much to be on any battles. All the young people shoot each other. They need to just talk it out.
I think maybe someone like Future versus Gucci or something like that. Of the new wave trap rap, but they're kind of old enough for to have
E40
hits.
versus Gucci.
E40, yeah, E40 is a battle. I mean, there's so many dudes. I mean, because let's be real, to do 20 hits, you have to have 20 hits. So most brand new artists aren't going to be able to compete.
Yeah.
So it'd have to probably be someone that's already been in the game for maybe about 10 years. That's 2 hits a year. That's not too much to ask. So if you've been in the game for about 10 years, most likely, or somewhere around that, or if you're one of those dudes that make a fucking mixtape a month, you know what I mean? I also wouldn't mind seeing another producer battle.
Oh yeah,
it's been all artist battles.
I would like to see a Ye.
Kanye?
Kanye?
Producer Kanye though?
Yeah,
or
producer
rap
Kanye.
or his songs?
Producer Kanye. Producer Kanye.
Producer Kanye? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that fade, bro. Nobody wants that fade.
I want to see who wants it. That's it.
I know they were talking about Jermaine Dupri and Dr. Dre for a little while, then that kind of fell out. But I mean, Dr. Dre is someone that might be able to go up against Kanye.
No,
That would be
Dr. Dre would
crazy.
beat Kanye in my opinion.
I don't-
Yeah, Dr. Dre and Diddy are more like the twos that should
Ooh,
go at
Dr.
it.
Dre and Diddy would be crazy
Yeah,
too.
because the whole East Coast West Coast beef was still like that. Those two are originating.
But I wouldn't mind seeing maybe like some underground producers too, like Alchemist versus Ninth Wonder or some shit, or like some shit like that. But Ninth Wonder brought up an idea of like having producers actually produce like live, like get a sample and have 15, 20 minutes to make a beat.
Oh, that'd be hard.
That would be crazy. To see the process, and maybe in that when you're doing like that, maybe only doing about 10 minutes, like 10 songs instead of the 20.
Yeah, and
If you're
then
gonna-
and in my opinion, have like both of them bring in a rapper, not like a super fucking
Nah, no
A-star
rappers, no rappers.
not like a no.
No, I got to be straight beat. Have you
beat?
ever been to a beat battle? Oh, no, you.
No.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you, man. When we used to go to these freestyle battles, this is a little off subject, but this is on subject. I used to go to a lot of the rap battles. You know, Grind Time and Smack, and you know, I went to all them shit. Shout out to all the platforms that are putting out the battles. But I remember back in the day, fuck, I don't want to say how many years ago, maybe 8 years ago or some shit. The battles up north, they had the battling of rap battling. Then they had beat battles from producers, and they already had pre-made tracks, but they would come out and battle with beats like live, and that shit would fucking shake the whole building with some of the bass on there and shit. So
Damn.
it's like you don't want someone trying to freestyle. Yo, what I'm telling you, I'm coming through. Like no one wants to hear that shit. We want to hear the fucking music. So like I think producer battles lead producers, artists lead artists. I wouldn't mind seeing another Ghostwriter battle. You know, like the Neo and Jonta Austin, like where you don't even know these motherfuckers wrote the song that they're playing.
Yeah.
Like, what? You wrote that Mariah Carey song? Like, I think honestly, shout out to fucking Verzuz, man. They've been keeping us with shit to look forward to for a while since the whole lockdown started of the COVID. I mean, there's been fucking numerous battles, and it's only getting bigger and better. So
It is.
on this one, I'm gonna have to say I had it a draw. You had it a draw. We had it 2 different scorings, and it was still a fucking draw. The energy of these two are unmatched. I will say we cannot stop this without mentioning DMX at the end of this fucking when everything was done and over with. Because after they played the songs, they had about 5 minutes of freestyling. Snoop was freestyling off top, freestyling. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. He was keeping the flow going. And DMX fucked up a little bit, and he did a written verse or two, and so did Snoop. He did the Vato verse, but it was hip hop, man. It like made you fall in love with hip hop again. It made me like. Maybe because honestly, Snoop kind of fell off to me. You know, DMX got cracked out to me, and this made me bring back love for those two artists again. Where it's like, damn, bro, like those are legends right there. Regardless if you like their new music or not, those are fucking legends. This reminded you of why they're legends. From the songs they played to the performances, from the dancing to the ad libs to rapping each other's shit, and then at the end, this little DMX was talking to some dude. I guess some probably white dude looked out of place. Like, yo, who are you? What's your job? What do you do here?
And he was the audio dude.
Yeah, he was like the audio dude. And then DMX was talking about like, okay, I thought we was gonna have to violate you or some shit.
Well, he didn't say if there's a fire, he's staying in the building.
He's like, you ain't gonna get out the building. Bruh. Oh, DMX, man. See,
He's the real one.
hey, even though I had it a tie, if I had to edge it to someone, it would still be for DMX for the personality, the energy, the jokes.
Yeah.
Most of the highlights for DMX.
I still have it as a draw.
Yeah, either way, man, it was a great battle. Thank you, Verzuz. And on that note, Mixta Boyz out.